Hey Huskies, Mr. Coward again. I hope everything's going good. So we're going to look at our last part of our rotation, our transformations today, which is rotation. So we have here in the middle it says rotations, and I wrote turn under that. So go ahead and write turn under that so you make sure you remember which one it is. So we had slide, we had flip, we had turn, and then we had enlarge and reduce for dilation. So it's got the same information up here as the transformation in image. The center of dilation, this is all of the things those extra words that they're going to talk about. And it's got an example over here of a figure being rotated 90 degrees clockwise. So let's get down to the bottom where we can kind of talk about what some of this means. So there's a question here, but before we get to this question, I want to kind of talk through some of this to make sure that you understand it. So the first thing is we have to know what clockwise is. So remember on like a clock, if the arm is turning, our clockwise is going to be going this direction, just like a hand on a clock. So if we were going counterclockwise, it would do the exact opposite. So it's going to go the other way. So we have two types of turning. We have clockwise and we have counterclockwise. And if you get confused, just kind of look at your wrist and think of how a clock turns. So a clock that turns clockwise goes the one way, one that turns counterclockwise goes the other. We have 7 types of turns that we can look at, but we can break those down into kind of 4 main ones. So we have here 90, 180, 270, and you see the rules. So go ahead and pause this, and what I want you to do is write down your rules here, just like it looks. Make sure you get those lined up because 90 clockwise and counterclockwise 270, those go together. So go ahead and write those down, and then we'll use it here in just a moment. All right, so hopefully you've got this written down. So now let's talk about what this means. So if I rotate, I have a triangle here. If I wanted to rotate this 90 degrees clockwise, so we have 4 quadrants here. So if we're going from this quadrant, 90 degrees clockwise would put it here in this quadrant. So that would be 90 degrees clockwise. If I wanted to take it and move it 180 degrees, so think of a circle. A circle is 360 degrees. 180 degrees is a straight line. So we would take it from this point and we would rotate it to here in that quadrant, quadrant 4. And then if we wanted to rotate it 90 or 270 degrees clockwise, it would go to our other quadrant. So that's how clockwise works. Counterclockwise, exact same way, different direction. So the one that's right beside it, 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise, would be here. 180 degrees here. 270 degrees counterclockwise here. So that is our 3 main types. We have 90, 180, and 270. And I always just pick your direction, which way you're going, and you have to go 90, 180, 270. Or counterclockwise, 90, 180, 270. The fourth one that I don't have on here is 360 degrees. So if we went 360 degrees, we would end up exactly where we started. So we would end up back at XY. So 360 degrees would be XY. So let's create us a box for 360 degrees would be XY. And that's how that would look. All right, so now let's practice this one. It says rotate 270 degrees counterclockwise.